So I know you know that we have a robust minyan every night through Zoom at 7 p.m. and every morning at 8:30 a.m. And when I mean robust, I mean that there is never less than 20 people praying every morning and every afternoon, which is wonderful for many reasons. You have community, you have the chance to say a Kaddish, you have the chance to see each other, and you have people from different places in the States, sometimes in the world when there is a yahrzeit. And so yesterday, Rich Berg, and the beauty of the service, one of the beauty of the service is that lay people are the ones delivering the Divrei Torah. No? And it's beautiful to see how they prepare. So yesterday was Rich Berger's turn, and past president, and we miss them very much. They dedicated so much time, energy, intelligence to Beit Torah, Judy and Rich. And he tried to link a paragraph in Pirkei Avot, how to get ready for Elul. And this is more or less, he says, Hillel taught, Pirkei Avot, do not withdraw from the community, do not be sure of yourself till the day of your death, do not judge your fellow till you stand in his situation, and never say, when I have time, I will study, because maybe you never will have time. And what he tried to link is saying, Elul comes, so between Elul, tomorrow, actually tonight, and Yom Kippur, you have 40 days. Maybe those 40 days, if you use them wisely, if I use them wisely, we can learn more about ourselves and maybe do stuff that we postpone and postpone and postpone for when. So as he was teaching that Pirkei Avot, I opened the Siddur because we have Pirkei Avot, and I say, is there another Pirkei Avot that will be interesting to share and to see if we can learn something for Elul? And I came up with the following, and I hope it helps. Pirkei Avot says there are 4 kinds of students. One is like a sponge, one is like a funnel, one is like a strainer, one is like a sieve. Every teacher understands this passage because we have all encountered all 4 of these kinds of students. A sponge is a student who takes in everything. Whatever you tell him, he writes down. And then, at exam time, he gives it back to you in the exactly same way you taught him. Such students are flattering to a teacher's ego. I'm not sure that they really learn very much because they lack the ability to discriminate between what is important and what is not. Some students are like a funnel. They take in gut nicht, nothing. Whatever you tell them goes in one ear, goes out from the other. Every teacher knows this type too. They are the cause of the great distress of teachers. Some students are like strainers. A strainer rejects the wine and keeps the dregs. So there are some students who will miss the whole point of a lesson but will remember and give back to you some trivial points that you happen to make. I remember a story. I was giving a sermon about the need to do teshuvah many years ago. And I gave the following example. You wouldn't drive your car for 100,000 miles without giving it a check. This is what teshuvah is. Once a year you pause to give your life a checkup. So when the service was over and people stayed to greet the rabbi, one gentleman came to say, thank you, Rabbi, thank you so much. If it weren't for your sermon, I might have forgotten that my car is due for a checkup. He got the point. Verstehst? And then there is a student who is like a sieve. He expels the dust and keeps the fine flour. This is the kind of student who will not remember every detail, but who will get the point of the lecture and will hold on to that. These are the 4 kinds of students who we all encounter in life. What is true for students in the classroom is also true of people in our lives. Some people are like sponges, some are like funnels, some are like strainers, and some are like sieves. And it makes all the difference in the world which type we choose to be. Some people are like sponges, they hold into everything that they ever acquire. They are incapable of letting go of anything. Every so often we read in the newspapers about somebody who dies with a fortune hidden in his mattress. He has been afraid to spend or let go of. And all of us know people who can't bear to let go of an old hat that they know they will never wear, or an old dress that they know was long since gone out of fashion. These people are sponges. There are people who take in everything and let go nothing, who have no criteria for deciding what is worth saving, what isn't. Some people are like funnels. These are people who live along the surface of life and absorb very little. These are the kind of people who, when they go on trips, are so busy taking pictures that they don't even pause to take in what they are seeing and come back afterwards and try to guess. Paris was the city where we eat crepes? There is a wonderful poem in the book Spoon River Anthology. Who remember the books? You do. I knew you will say this. About such a person. I knew that poem through my English teacher, and it's absolutely amazing. For those of you who don't remember, let me refresh your memory. There is a moment when people who are buried in a cemetery come up at night. Wow. They look at the tombstones, cross out the polite lies that are written there, and write the truth instead. And here is the example. I have not acted, nor have I striven. I have not taken, nor have I given. I have not stolen, nor have I earned. I have not exercised, nor have I learned. I have not chosen, not rejected, whatever life for me selected. Neither sorrowed nor elated, I have not loved, nor have I hated. I have not asked, nor given aid. I have not borrowed, nor have I paid. I have not lost, nor will I keep. I have not sown, nor will I reap. I have not broken, nor have I mended. I have not started, nor I have ended. That is the epitaph of a pathetic person, of one who has not really lived, of a person who has not taken hold of any cause, a person who has only floated over the surface of life without conviction and without commitment. Some people are like strainers. There are people who reject the wine and keep the dregs. We all know people like this. This is the kind of person who, if 9 parts of a program goes right and 1 part goes wrong, will only notice and remember the 1 part that goes wrong. These are the people who only come to criticize, who get the pleasure from being able to say, I got you. Whenever someone makes a mistake, and some people are like the sieve, like the one who lets the dust go through and keeps the flour. These are the people who in every situation are able to focus on the good and let the bad go by. These are the people who are not perfectionists or critics because they understand that life is always a mixture of good and bad. These are the people who understand that the trick in life is not to find the right situation, but to make the situation right. There is a parable by the Dubner Maggid that I love that makes this point. He says that there was once a king who had a diamond, and one day a scratch was found on it. He hired one expert after another. No one could take the scratch out. One man came and said to the king, let me try. He couldn't take the scratch away, but what he did was draw a beautiful flower and use the scratch to make the stem. This is what we sometimes have to do with the scars and the scratches that life gives us. And this is what I think what the Torah means when it says in this week's portion, I give you blessing and curse, ubacharta b'chaim, choose life. I think that it means not only choose life, but literally choose during life. Choose whether you want to live as a sponge who tries to hold onto anything and everything, or you want to live as a funnel that holds on to nothing, or whether you want to live as a strainer that lets the good go through and holds on to the dregs, or whatever you want to live like a sieve that lets the dross go through and also to the fine flour. As we begin tonight, the month of Elul, a full month dedicated to review who am I and who I want to be, always remember that the character and the quality of your life is determined by who you want to be. Shabbat Shalom.